to the Angel Mystic podcast. I am super excited you are listening because this is where spiritually open minds can come together to explore the wonders of angels, spiritual connections, and the art of manifesting. Hosted by me, Amanda Tooke, the Angel Mystic, your spiritual midwife to help you on your journey to a fulfilling and happy life. You may have seen me on ITV, Channel 4, or even in Fate and Fortune magazine. In each episode, we will delve into the mystical world of angels, offering you insights, guidance, practical tools to deepen your connection with the upstairs so that you can find inner peace, happiness, joy, and create the life that you want. Tune in for weekly, fun conversations, transformational insights that will elevate your spiritual journey and awaken your inner mystic. Please hit subscribe now as we embark on a transformational adventure with the Angel Mystic podcast. Hello and welcome back to the pod. Here we are. This is, let's have a look what episode it is. It is episode 126, 126, and it is all about why I do what I do. To be honest, it's a little bit of a continuation to last week's pod. I felt like I'd missed some bits out and I needed to share more. So here I am. So hello if you are new, and hello if you have been here before. Hope you've listened to some more of the 126 episodes. But before we delve in, before we even start talking about why I do what I do, I have a question to ask you all. So the question is this: have you noticed anything weird going on with time this year? Because when we were in 2025, it felt like it was going so fast, I couldn't keep up. Like, next thing we were like towards the end of the year and I felt like I was still in spring in my head. But this year, something has shifted, and I've spoke to quite a few people and they are saying the same thing. Now, yes, time is going quick, but in my head, we're not like in January. We're like about March or April in my head. So what is going on? Has anyone got any answers? If you have, I would love to know. I'm just noticing time is really weird at the moment. So this is a bit of a off the cuff episode. Like I said, it's a bit of a continuation from last week's, where we talked about life's purpose. And if you've not listened to that, please go back and do so. And the reason I do what I do now, as in this business, is on the back of a bit of bad luck. And I want to explain that because sometimes when things feel like they're going wrong, we're being redirected, but we don't realize it because we're in the thick of all the problems. So when I started my bed and breakfast, which, oh my goodness, it was some time back now. We're talking about 20 something years ago. And that's a whole story in itself, and maybe we'll talk about that one day. But I started my B&B because I wanted to be a stay-at-home mum again. When I was married, I was a stay-at-home mum. Then when I got divorced, I had to go out and earn money. And I didn't like it. It isn't that I didn't like working, but I didn't like not being around for my children. And I really wanted to be that stay-at-home mum again. And I can remember this what became a pivotal moment in my life, stuck in a traffic jam between Windermere and Bowness, because Windermere is where I lived. And there was this B&B for sale. And I started like allowing myself to think, how amazing would it be to have a B&B and be around for my kids and earn an income. And I started to wonder what might have been possible if I went down that path. And I started to speak to other people that had B&Bs. I had a friend that had a bed and breakfast, and I kept thinking, could I do it? Could I make this work? And obviously, long story short, I could. And I managed to get myself into a B&B after selling everything I owned to make it happen. Got the money together and moved into this B&B. We lived in the owner's bit. We let out the rooms. It gave me a cracking income for me and the children. I was always at home. It worked brilliant. We even had a little buzzer on the door so I could let people in when I wasn't at home. It just honestly it worked so, so well. Until a couple of years into it, I had a huge asthma attack that made me question everything. So I was in hospital for a while. I came home, I had to learn to rebreathe again, had physio, and I couldn't do a lot. And I meditated every day. I can't tell you how vulnerable, how scared I felt because my B&B, I could no longer run because I became allergic to house dust. I also became allergic to my dogs. I had to rehome my dogs. Um, my B&B was my income and my home. And as a single parent, it just felt scary as being in that position. But I meditated every day and guidance started to come through. And my spirituality, which was always lying there, though a little bit dormant, started to take off. And deep within my soul, it felt right and it really interested me. Now, initially, obviously, I needed to make the money to support my family. And I did sell up my B&B and I opened a shop. And from viewing the shop, I laugh at this now because I took my trusty pendulum with me to the shop and I was dousing the shop, that checking it was the right energy. And it was a little bit stepped back from the main street. It was like had a bit of a sort of a forefront, a forecourt. I don't know what the word is, but in front of it. And it felt better because it didn't have the hustly bustly energy whizzing past it. And, it was lovely as it all came together and people used to come into the shop. Now, don't get me wrong, it wasn't successful in terms of making a lot of money. There'd be some days I wouldn't take any money, but that's another story. But some people would come into the shop and they wouldn't want to leave. And then other people would come into the shop and they couldn't stand the energy and they were in and out so, so fast. And it always amused me. But when I started that, even with all the doubts and the, oh my goodness, how am I going to make this happen? Everything fell into place. And I think that is a sign that we're moving in the right direction. I needed stock, I needed shop fittings, signage, all of that, everything. I went online, it almost popped up in front of my face, all the things that I needed. So it made it really, really easy, and it felt like I was moving in the right direction, even if I wasn't sure. Now, yes, initially I needed to make money to support my family, and then I had to find a new home as well, which I found literally across the road from the shop. Um, but if anyone just starts a business because they need to make money, that's not living your purpose. As I said before, this really interested me. Selling crystals, oh my goodness, yes, please. Um, Selling angel cards, having all a shop full of things that I wanted my house to be full of, definitely interested me. And the word I'm going to come to here is fulfillment. Because if you are just doing a job to make money or doing a business to make money, that's not fulfillment. There's more to life than that. And I think there needs to be more to life than that. It needs to be something that fulfills you, something that lights you up, something that makes you want to get up in the morning, that excites you. And sure enough, in your business, there will be bits we don't want to do, VAT, tax, boo hiss, accounts, all of that. I hate doing any of that. But it has to fill you up with more than profit. because fulfillment, you know, feeling you are fulfilled in doing what you do is so important. And if you're starting a business just to make money, you might as well just get a job and not have all the hassle. So, never in a million years did I think that I would be doing what I'm doing right now. But this is what interested me, even as a younger version of me. Never did I think I would have written as many books as I've written. And I know there's more coming. I can feel it. So my question to you is, what did you used to like doing when you were younger? I can remember I loved making potions. I loved collecting petals and doing perfumes and spells and mystical things. I loved collecting stones and shells. And my nana was a big influence on me and the work that I do today. She taught me not fully, but she spoke to me about palm reading, tea leaf reading, and Ouija boards. Heaven forbid, do not recommend. But it was like what I'm doing now, I was destined to do this, even though I've done lots of other things to get me to where I am now. I'm a great believer in what is meant to find you, absolutely will. If you're meant to be doing something, it will be easy. Just like me getting my shop together, it was easy. And if you're getting hurdles, things in your way, maybe you need to look, is this really the way that I need to move forward? So I wouldn't be sat here today talking to you about this, about, having, could it be my dream business? I don't know what we want to call it, but I wouldn't be sat here if I listened to my dad or indeed anyone else that went, oh, no, you can't make money from doing that. No, 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 no. I'm not sure anyone thought it was a good idea what I was doing, but I felt it was. And sometimes you have to do what feels really right within you and ignore what other people say. Because do you know what? This is your life and it's on your rules. They don't know what's in your soul. And has it been an easy ride? Hell no. There is many times I've wanted to give up because I've had to get into that state of feeling uncomfortable, learning to sell, doing things I didn't know how to do. I can remember my mum saying, whilst both my parents were really supportive, don't get me wrong, and they were coming from their place of wanting the best for me when they're saying, don't do it. And as my mum said, maybe you should get a proper job. And even I have thought at times early on in my business, do I just need to get a proper job? Do I just need to do something else? But that's when I've let other people's doubts get in my head. And the one thing that I need, and so does anyone else in business, is a positive mindset and trust. Trust is vital. So even in over 16 years that I've been doing this, there's still learning curves. Last year was a steep learning curve for me. But if you feel that you've got something valuable to offer other people, you're doing the world, sorry, an injustice if there is part of you stopping you. If there's something you know you should be doing that could be helping other people, you're doing them in service. What's the word? Injustice. You're not doing your, I don't know what the word is, but you're not doing what you've come here to do. And I get that it feels overwhelming. I get that it might be scary. I get that you don't know where to begin and that you might feel that you're not ready yet. And you're thinking, oh my goodness, I need to do more qualifications. I need more confidence. I don't want to get it wrong. I don't even know what my first step should be. And so many people wait for perfection, but you know what? Perfection doesn't exist. Get your vision insight for what your business looks like to you and go for it. Don't have regrets of not trying. Now, I do what I do now, not to put a meal on the table for my kids, but because I love it, because it fulfills me. And if you have something within you that you feel you should explore, make sure you join the free training that's coming up soon. From overwhelm to business success. It's a 3-day free training. It's the first biggie training of the year. And it's really, for heart-led, service-based business people. People that want to grow business in an easier way, working on the mindset, working with, dealing with all the things that get in our way, the overwhelm, so that you can do what you've come here to do. As we were preparing as a team for this training that's coming up, that you can find in show notes, I was working out how long I've been in business. And yes, this business is in its 17th year. But I had my first business at 17 years old. And I am 57. So I've been in business for 40 years. That's a long time. My first business was a sunbed studio and beauty salon in Wigan. And then I ran my dad's restaurant in Bowness on Windermere. And there was a period that I juggled the two, which is a lot when you're, in your early 20s. I've had very few jobs for other people. In fact, one job only lasted a week because I couldn't stand it. Another job lasted a month. Other than that, and the time that I worked at social services when I got divorced, I've mostly worked in family businesses. And I am a qualified business strategist, but let's break that down for you. Strategy just means a plan. And everyone needs a plan if you've got a business. But business runs in my blood. So much so it's moved on to next generations. My son started his business at 16. So don't tell anyone you can't. Don't let anyone tell you, sorry, you can't do this. You absolutely can. Go out and prove them wrong. And for me, when I was ill with my B&B, I could have so easily had a pity party. But it was just a redirection to something more fulfilling. Because there's a huge difference from helping somebody have a nice weekend away and then changing their life beyond recognition, which is the work that I do today. And I love it. So I'm going to leave you with a question. What fulfills you? Have a journal on that and see what comes up for you. I'm now going to pull the cards for the week to give us some angelic guidance for the 9th to the 15th of February. Or in my head, it feels about April. What is going on with time? Right, here we go. Oh, I kid you not. I kid you not. What is going on with time? I said, and the first card came out was time. Seriously, do you know what? I say this often, but the angels still blow my mind every single day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But this is honestly, angels, you are amazing, absolutely amazing. Seriously, oh, I can't wait to tell you. Can't wait to tell you what's in here. So yes, Monday is the time card. I'm just grinning from ear to ear. If you're not watching it on YouTube, you won't see that. But yeah, the angels are saying it's time. You know you've been putting it off, but it's time to address those things that will not going away out of your head. Get it down on paper. That's the first step because it really is time. You need a plan. You need a plan. And what you need to do is believe. Oh, look how nice that card matches my nails. It's all purple and beautiful. My nails look an extension of the card. Sorry, I love colour. Love, love colour. I'm not apologising for that. I take that apology back. That is just who I am. Anyway, Tuesday is the believe card. So make sure that you are believing in yourself, in your dreams, because that's the only way that you're going to make them happen. Only way. And it is Wednesday, which is all about organising yourself. So that time, that belief, that plan that you need to come up with, you've got to fine tune it. You've got to detail it out and you've got to organise yourself. And doing that on Thursday, you're going to need some boundaries with yourself. And they really involve not listening to what anyone else is telling you. Go with what feels right within you. Friday, forgiveness. Forgiveness card comes in. Who do you really need to forgive? I feel like this is probably yourself for not taking action sooner. These cards are really telling a great tale at the moment. But it feels like Monday to Friday is all about you, your future, where you want to go and which direction you want to go in. It's your life, your rules. But here we are. Love card. This is for Valentine's Day. This is what blew my mind. Like, seriously, the love card. Valentine's Day, let's turn it into self-love day. What can you do to love yourself a bit more? Is it talk more kindly to yourself, that inner dialogue that you've got going on where you're beating yourself up? Is it drinking more water, getting an early night, eating better? What do you need to do for you? Because this is all about it on the Sunday, no, the Saturday, all about Valentine's. It's all about you. Wow. And then on Sunday, we're, we're here. Is it starting the week? Is it ending the week? I'm never sure about Sunday. However you see your weeks going. But Sunday comes in with the blockages card. Now, this isn't a stop, I'm stuck. This is just like, okay, let's get really clear and move some things out of our mind that are not serving us. So look at what you want and look at your beliefs around what you want and clear out the ones that are not serving you because they will hold you up if you don't address it. That's the cards for this week. How amazing have they been? In terms of signs for your angels this week, look out for number synchronicities, look out for butterflies, look out for rainbows and sparkly lights at the corners of your eyes. That is it. I hope you've enjoyed the pod this week. Please absolutely rate, review, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. And I will see you back next week. Bye for now. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If so, please hit follow and share my message by sharing with your friends. It would be amazing if you can leave a review. All this will help and it activates the universal law of the more you give, the more you receive. So it's a win-win. You can find more good stuff between episodes over on social media. Just search The Angel Mystic on Facebook, Instagram or TikTok, or check out the links in the show notes. I'd love for you to connect more. over in my free group in Abundance Manifesting, all on Facebook. I hope to see you there.